Over the coming days, you will hear remarkably consistent evidence of President Trump's corrupt scheme and cover-up.
The Senate will convene as a court of impeachment. The chaplain will lead us in prayer.
After you hear the factual chronology, we will then discuss the constitutional framework of impeachment as it was envisioned by the founders. Before we analyze how the facts of the president's misconduct and cover-up lead to the conclusion that the president undertook the sort of corrupt course of conduct that impeachment was intended to remedy.
Please remember that the object of the president's Ukraine scheme was to obtain a corrupt advantage for his re-election campaign. As we will show, the president went to extraordinary lengths to cheat in the next election.
For the next few moments, I would like to discuss President Trump's July 25th phone call. The call is direct evidence of President Trump's solicitation of foreign interference in the 2020 election as part of a corrupt scheme.
But that call was not the beginning of the story of the president's corrupt scheme, nor was it the end. Rather, it was merely part, although a significant part, of a months-long effort by President Trump and his allies and associates who applied significant and increasing pressure on Ukraine.
The evidence shows that President Trump unlawfully withheld military assistance appropriated by Congress to aid our ally in order to extort that government into helping him with his re-election, then tried to cover it up when he got caught.
As a former chief of police, I think it's quite interesting that Ambassador Bolton categorized the corrupt scheme, the pressure campaign, as a, quote, drug deal.
I'd like to pause here to once again stress that we have learned a lot about the circumstances around the initial hold only from the public release of and reporting about these emails in the past few weeks. The White House has refused to provide these emails in response to a subpoena.
Certain individuals who may have further information about the hold have refused to testify at the president's direction.
Mick Mulvaney and Rob Blair refused to comply with the subpoena to testify.
As you know, these and many other categories of documents from the White House, Defense Department, OMB were subpoenaed by the House, and none was produced. None. At the president's direction and through Mr. Cipollone's intervention. If you'd like to know what John Bolton had in mind when he thought that Zelensky could favorably impress the president in Warsaw, we can find that out too, just for the asking, and a document called a subpoena.
We know now, of course, that Ambassador Bolton can testify directly about this. He can testify directly for himself about this meeting if he appears before this body.
What is so important to keep confidential during the course of an impeachment inquiry? The truth is going to come out, and the only question is, do you want to hear it now? Do you want to know the full truth now?